Have you ever thought of trying to own your own camper van? But the prospect of actually getting there is impossible, and that's because the price.
Bearing in mind this isn't from main dealer, if we head onto Auto Trader, search campervan, check out some of the stock on there, you're looking at prices in the region of £54,000.
But then we had a global pandemic.
You must stay at home, stay at home, stay at home.
And then the only method of holiday for 2 years was to go out in a camper van, which meant that the prices on Facebook Marketplace went absolutely through the roof,
further reducing any chance of someone being able to buy a camper van.
which leaves one option for you to try and obtain that dream of owning yourself your own camper van, whether it be a transporter or something else.
You scrape some funds together and you end up buying a builder's van, which looks a little bit like this.
And now you've got yourself your builder's van that's full of rubble in the back, it's got plaster in it, it's never been looked after, it's got empty cans of crap in the front, it's got all sorts of dirt because they've been to Greg's every single day for the last 120,000 miles of its life. You want to try and convert it into something as good looking as my van behind me. Which is why I want to talk through with you guys how much it actually cost from getting my van in that state to how it is now as a day/camper van. I appreciate it's not a fully fledged camper van, but it is a camper van in the sense that you can sleep in it, you can charge your phone in it, you can put an awning up, you can go completely off grid and stay in this thing. The only thing it's missing is like a kitchen and a sink, gas and those sorts of things, which you can get round in today's society with things like Ninjas, you know, and air fryers. So another thing to think about is the fact that I didn't do this. I'm just speculating from what I think things are worth. And don't forget, prices have increased since this was built. When Adam built this, materials weren't as expensive, and the modern day inflation hadn't been put on the parts to what they are today. So it's just a rough guide to see roughly how much something like this would cost you if you were in the mind of trying to do it yourself. Because I will be honest, I've thought about doing it, and when you see people on Instagram building their own camper vans, it actually looks really exciting, but financially, is it worth doing it, or should you buy one that someone's already done for you? From memory, Adam bought this van for around £9,600. The first thing he did was tackle the inside, stripping it all out, insulating it, sound deadening it, fully carpeting it, and building a halo roof with all the lights in it. With all the inside starting to look really good and taking shape, Adam put a Sportline body kit on this thing to make it look a little bit more sportier. Obviously those steel wheels were not cutting the mark, and it was sitting way too high to be a cool transporter.
What are those?
So then Adam put some 1552 wheels on it, tyres, and had a full frenzy with lowering this thing. It's got Solo Bilstein coilovers on it, it's got a chassis notch, it's got an engine raise, it's got a subframe raise, I believe, and he just went to town on it to make it look how it does behind me. By this point, it's still not a camper van. There's a few vital components missing. So Adam put an IKEA bed in it, which he custom made to fit. Put a leisure battery, put plugs, put charging points all over the van to make it work for him as a camper. Not forgetting safety such as a carbon monoxide alarm and a fire alarm. Once they were installed, Adam then went ahead and put a Erbischer diesel heater in it. And those things aren't expensive. He's not done this by halves. And now at this point, we're at a base where we could go camping in it. But then Adam put things on it such as a awning rail to make it a little bit better, so you've got some space externally to the van if it's a nice sunny day and you want to sit around in your deck chair. Moving forward from that, Adam then made other improvements to the van. He put Harris herringbone tweed. He put Harris herringbone tweed seats, which he had reupholstered. He had the seats done, the gear gaiter and the handles on the door. He upgraded the system in the front, so he had Apple CarPlay, making it easier to travel to destinations connecting to your phone. With all these things in there, we're now starting to look like a good camper van. To further enhance it, Adam put a full sound system in there with a sub and amp in there to make it sound really good when you've rocked up to your site and you're having a little bit of a festival on your campsite. Lovely modification there. But then Adam didn't stop. He carried on and on and on with other modifications. He made it so the van could go off the grid completely. He had a solar panel wired up to the leisure battery, which powers everything in this thing, so you can be completely off grid. But as well as that, he put a 230, 240, 110, whatever it is, plug under the bonnet so you could hook up at campsites, making this a full camper van, in my opinion. All the rest that comes with it, it's all extra, it's not required. Having a bonfire to cook your burgers over, that's a suitable replacement for not having a hob. Washing your pans, well, you can do that at the campsite. So for me, I would say this is a fully fledged camper van. But Adam didn't stop there. He further improved the look of the van. He put T6 rear lights on it. We've got things such as the sliding door cover there. Improved headlights. We've since changed them for auto LED bulbs, so they look really good. And he's just made it look not like a builder's van. He's just separated it from the crowd and made it look very original, in my opinion. There's loads of little things that has been spent on this van that you're not necessarily going to think of, and that's kick trims inside the door, lighting kits, wiring, little extras, little bits of carpet. Everything you need to make this van obviously comes at a cost. Now, I have speculated what Adam would have had to spend roughly on this to get this how it is. Starting from the top then. Sportline body kit, painted, £995. 1552 tarmac wheels, £1,000. Solo Bilstein coilovers, £1,375. IKEA bed was £950. A leisure battery, £200. Seat retrim was £1,000. Apple CarPlay unit for the front, £200. Sound deadening, now I'm not 100% sure, but this was a rough guess. I think it could be more. £50. Insulation, £60, again could be more. Carpet, £230. The Derbyshire diesel heater, you're looking between £800 to £900 for one of those. Tyres, £600. Wood, £120. LED lights, £45, and the spotlights at £60. T6 rear lights, £120. Paint and materials for various bits and pieces that have been done to make this van look as nice and sporty as it does, £500. And the Halo roof ply, £150. Now there's going to be lots more stuff to this which we haven't taken into account for. Wiring, screws, the plugs in the back, the plug sockets. There's so much we haven't accounted for. But just bear that in mind, because the total of all that together is £8,745. Now, I don't know about you, it seems like a lot of money, but if you add the two together, you're probably not in a bad position. With the prices of these vans, £16,000, £19,000, £17,000, however you came to it, that isn't a bad price for one of these vans, I don't think. So I would say it is worth doing. But thanks to me, you don't have to do any of that, because this van is for sale and you could buy this van as it is for £17,800. However, if you're a subscriber and you message me off my Facebook Marketplace ad and say, look Ollie, I'm an Oldub subscriber, I will sort you out a deal that you will not be able to refuse. So get yourself a transporter van. Summer hasn't even started yet here in the UK. It's only just stopped raining. So enjoy the sunshine in this van. Go camping, make some memories, have some cheap holidays, and get yourself a beautiful van, because I'd love to sell it to one of you guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, that is all we have got time for today. Hopefully it's given you a little bit of an insight to converting a van into a camper van. But most importantly, as always, smash that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel grow. Check out some other videos. Check out Surrey Autoworks, check out Autofinesse, especially on the van front, check out Lowdown Transporters. But thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.